On this episode of the Conscious Business Podcast, we start out talking about working on vacation, how to find that balance of being able to take time for yourself while still providing service for your lovely clients. Do people shame you for not working? Everyone has bad days, everyone has slow times. Do other people or ourselves put shame on us for not having productive days? Another topic we talk about is having automated replies. Are they good? Are they bad? Or are they useful for your clients? And finally, we end up the episode talking about prank calls. So that's what we talk about in the episode. Enjoy. This is the Conscious Business Podcast.
Now, who works on vacation?
He was just honestly shooting the shit. Just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
Everything, because people always ask, doesn't matter where you are, people always want to know. Like, I've had times where, like, I've at a cabin for a stag and substances in me to where I should not be answering any work questions, and literally talking with someone who will be a client of mine that, like, it's like saying, like, it must be really hard to turn off and, like, not think about work because no matter what, someone's always going to be asking you what's going on here, what's going on there, talk about this and that. And, like, I was just explaining to him, yeah, like, it actually is quite hard. Anywhere I go, people, like, it always ends up being a topic of conversation. And as we're walking up to the house, and because this is all a big group of my friends and it's the stag, like, there's a bunch of people there that I've done business with them before. So there's like 5 of my clients in the house. And 2 of the guys are standing up on the balcony, leaning on, be like, "Hey, Clay, what do you think this house will go for?" I'm just like, threw my stuff up in the air. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, yeah. I yelled at them. I'm like, screw you guys. I'm on vacation. I shouldn't be talking business anyways right now. Like, stop talking to me.
How, for round table here, do you guys ever have the moments where you're like, man, I got to shut off my work brain? Like, I have an idea. I want to implement it before I lose it. Ooh, let's go on the computer. It's 11:45 at night.
Yeah, so that was a big thing of my focus coming into this year. And I actually got a coach to help me do it. So like for me, I do like my outbound prospecting calls, which you guys are well aware of that you get. I didn't
get my Monday call yesterday.
Yeah, nor did I. Weird.
Isn't today Monday?
Is today Monday? I didn't get a call from you today either.
Nor did I.
I was gonna see both. I made 5 other calls.
Anyway. I heard call.
Anyways, God, they're so sensitive.
Hey,
damn realtors.
We're not shaming people for their sensitivity on this podcast, man.
Anyways, you guys derailed me here. God damn.
Yeah, I guess so
11:45 at night, man. How do you stop your brain though?
Okay, so I know where I was going with this. Hold that thought, Clayton. You got this. So I was working with a coach to set more parameters. So, like, for me in particular, I have my clients book calls with me, and it's through an app called Calendly. And like, you guys have the app. I've asked you to send it out, and it just gives them a ideal times that I have scheduled in my days for them to talk to me, right? And then I can turn off my Mondays because Mondays are normally busy, or Fridays because I leave the office early on Fridays. So that's where that goes. But I also don't check my email till I'm done my outbound calls to you guys. So, like, my calls are the most important thing because that's the, like, hey, Jesse, do you got a deal for me, right? Like, we can have that conversation, yes or no, on to the next. And I can prospect that way.
Where do you go when you leave the office early on Friday?
To my house.
Beautiful. Fantastic.
And here's the other thing, like, another round table. Don't you feel people shame you when you're, like, not working a 9 to 5 and you're trying to leave early, but they don't know you're working till 11:45 at night on, like, a random night?
All right. So my son a bit ago took his finger off between a trailer, and I had a client.
Really?
Yeah.
How did I know about that?
Yeah, like...
Oh, okay. Anyway, he did. He's fine. It's okay. He's not nubs. No. So it took like anyone
still gross.
on camera.
Still gross.
I'll show you pictures. I got pictures. Anyway, so he took his finger off, and so we were at the regional hospital. Then we had to go down to a children's hospital as a whole ordeal. So I took 3 days off. I had a client, voicemail, out of office, like, I'm out of office, dealing with a family emergency, like, I'll get back to you as soon as possible kind of idea.
Fired.
I had a client power call me in 3 days 94 times.
That's needy.
Yeah. On a refinance application that we had just sent in. So my son hurt himself. It was on May 4th. I think it was a Tuesday. So I just sent it on the Monday, and I got back to the client on the Friday.
This day I got married. Cool.
So just like clients always expect you to like if I'm calling, you answer. And for me, I found when I made them not like, once I had enough income where like that one deal wasn't the end all be all, like I wasn't going to starve, then I could make that like differential between like, you're still just a client. Like I have 15 other clients. Like you're not any more important than they are.
So I can think of things that I probably do that would rattle you per se. So like, is there something particular that whether it's a client or another realtor or even another mortgage broker do that just like, they just make you so angry? Like for me, example, when I'm losing my train of thought here. Hold on.
Dude,
oh yeah, like
dude.
so like for example, like when I call or when I give my clients your contact info, like you said, you have that Calendarly app so that you don't have to take random calls, you schedule calls. But for me to find your link, so my laziness so I just say, okay, here's Justin's number and his email, have at her. Because he may send it to me even once a month, but for me to take the time to go in and find his URL link to copy and paste it and put it on whichever contact it is, it's an inconvenience for me, so I don't do it as often as I should. Now, is there little things like that just like drive you nuts, even though have enough understanding that it shouldn't make you mad, but it does anyways?
So in situations like that, you obviously weren't listening, because I also said email introductions work perfect because my systems and processes behind the scenes will get back to them in no less than 30 minutes.
With an automated message?
Of let's please chat and book a call. I'm looking forward to chatting with you.
So speaking of pet peeves, I hate automated replies. Like, don't waste my time with a vibrate. Like, oh, someone got back to me. Automated message. We'll get back to you in 3 to 5 business days. I don't care.
It's not automated. It's a reply. It's saying, "Hey Clay, thanks for the referral." No, I clicked the signature and I hit it in there and I sent it myself.
So
okay, but what is that? What is that? What is it within the email?
What?
Like, what is in that reply, the quick reply that you have to
2 seconds out of my day to do, versus trying to play phone tag when maybe I'm dealing with a fire, or I have maybe the client's a chattier client that we all have those, and maybe I have a call booked in 8 minutes, so there's not enough time, right? Like I find a lot of realtors give the expectation of, I'll give you their information, but you have to call them like yesterday, right? So like with having the email introduction, it's one way that I can guarantee either myself or my associate can have that email back to you. Thanks, Clay, for the referral. I'm really looking forward to talk to Sally here. Hey, Sally, can you use the link below to pick a time that's best suits your schedule to have a quick 15-minute discovery call with me?
I'll switch to doing that from now on.
Right? So like that way, it's because we all know, like, you can get the text message or you can get an email and it gets lost, right? But if it's the signature, I quickly edit it to, your name or Jesse's name or Chris's name or whoever the client is, it's easy to get a respond out. They know that they're going to be in touch, and then like that's the next step. Also for me, because I was so busy last year, the Calendly link is a way for me to have a blocker up, right? Because we all have clients that are going to go nowhere, right? And not that that's what your referral is going to be, but if they can't take the 10 seconds it is to book that call, then it's like, why do I need to be trying to chase you to help you, right?
That's how I weed through tenants. I send them an application to fill out.
Exactly.
9 out of 10 people won't take the 5 minutes to print,
Yeah.
fill in, scan, and send an application to have a place to live.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's the same thing. It's just, it's me saying to you, it's my way of trying to vet the client without being like, your client that you sent me shit. Like, don't send me shit.
The 4-second pause before you get a call, like when you pick up the phone and you hear that delay, the auto dialer is what I'm going to. How often do you actually tell people, like when you get an auto dialer call and you're like, hey, how's your auto dialer working? Because you know that like that's how they got a hold of you. Like,
Auto dialer. Oh, like when they connect for like
It just dials like 1,000 numbers, and whoever picks up, it goes right to you, and you're like, hey.
right to that telemarketer.
yeah, and you hear that.
It's like a good second delay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like when you like
I feel like a
lean back and
bag,
crack your shoulder and then like a little bit of fuzz and then, hey, how are you today?
and it's like, fuck, I got pulled into that scheme. Yeah,
I just straight up, I'm not nice. I just tell them I don't have time.
Yeah.
Like, hey, have a great day, but not with me. Bye.
I just use the screen call that my Android phone has. It's great.
I've used that a couple times. I've used it on Friends by accident a few times. That's awkward.
I've done it to a client once, and she was like, it was like, this is like so and so. Like, I'm just looking to talk. And I was like, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like the number, it popped up funny on my phone. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, well, that is a legit thing. Half the time when I'm driving in my car, it just shows up a number instead of their name. So I say, hello, Clayton speaking. And they're like, it's me, you asshole. I'm like, I can't see your name, man. I'm driving and a bunch of numbers came up on my screen.
do you guys remember your home phone number when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? Like that's probably the last phone number I tried to remember.
I actually remember my best friend's old phone number, and the only reason is my driver's license is the same number except without the area code.
Wow.
What about the pattern? Do you remember the pattern for the what was it, T9 or T10? Like,
Oh.
right? Like it didn't make a shape,
Yeah, because like you would boom, 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 boom.
right?
Yeah, like draw lines, connect the dots.
Sorry, I'm young. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
On a telephone, you used to have to press buttons, right?
Yeah.
Legitimate buttons
Yeah,
made
no,
patterns,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So
I had a
You had a dial.
Yeah, I did.
I had
rotary?
I had a rotary phone too.
But I have no idea what you're talking about.
oh, like
So-
some people had a pattern where you're like, I don't remember the numbers I pressed, but it was this shape.
Okay, so it's just like if you go 9, 2, 4, 7, that draws a 4.
No,
No,
I never
you
did
draw a
that.
square.
No. I remember hitting star 6 7 to block your number, like, and to like prank call people, because that was a thing. Yeah,
What kind of prank calls did you do?
I'd call McDonald's and tell them their freezer was running.
You're an idiot.
Our producer doesn't think I'm an idiot. He agreed with me on that one. God,
The that's a classic though.
it is.
Yeah, I never really did any prank calls.
Do you guys? Well, Jesse will probably remember better than us, but calling your crush's house and then like their dad would answer.
Oh man, it's like shot down, like
Oh.
full out defense
like-
going
Yeah.
on.
You're like,
Who's this?
Hi, is Sally there? Yes. Who's calling? You're like, click.
My first girlfriend's dad hated my guts.
I would too.
Oh yeah, rightfully so, right?
Yeah.
Like she was, but whatever. He hated my guts, and you knew it when I came in.
See, I'm like 13-year-old trying to outman the dad on the phone. Be like, "It's Clayton who's asking." That never happened.
No. But yeah, it was like a first line of defense for the parents, and you had to tell them about like, oh, what's going on in your world? Like, oh, it's like 30-second delay of trying to talk to your parents' friend.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just like, school was good.
Yeah, your kid. Whoa, here's another thing. Like the parent would actually like convince you to say stuff that would incriminate the kid.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. Like
I had that too.
they would put like questions out there for you. It's like, hey, I'm gonna use Johnny. Yeah, what did you and Johnny get up to today? And Johnny told a lie to his mom, said like, we just walked home. But really, we were lighting off bottle rockets and we were blowing up stuff. But I'm not telling his mom that. Yeah, we went through the park and it was really nice out. Oh, Johnny said you took the sidewalk the whole way home. Johnny! And then you'd incriminate your friend. And
Yeah, I
then,
definitely had this a couple times.
Well, it's just because our parents were smarter than us.
Oh,
we were
totally.
just dumb kids.
Thank you for listening to Conscious Business Podcast.